been this way for 33 years. I pray I can be this way for 33 more.
Let's get it!
In the first half of the first game after you're suspended, you get a technical foul.
Beautiful, huh?
He's been a spectacular player for us. We would not have these championships without his involvement. No question. I think everyone understands that in this room.
I'm still here, and don't change. And ain't no tech moving me off my square.
What did Draymond do for the Warriors?
He's the heart and soul of that organization, of that city. And I knew it from the outside looking in, but once I got there, it's you can clearly see it. This team wins no championships without Draymond Green. That's just facts. And I think if you ask Steph and Clay that, they would tell you the same thing. He does so many things, whether it be offensively, getting guys the ball in their right spots and getting guys organized like a quarterback out there, or being a 6, if you're lucky on a good day, defensive player of the year that can cover for everyone else's mistakes. I mean, and then just his energy and you know, he walks that fine line and sometimes he crosses it, but that's what makes him Draymond. So I think he takes a lot of heat because you look at the stat sheet and it's not going to tell the whole story.
Right.
You know, so when he goes in the Hall of Fame, people are going to be talking 20, 25 years from now, that motherfucker averaged 8 points and 8 rebounds and 8 assists. Like, how was he in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah. He had a bunch of triple
Right,
singles.
you know what I mean? But at the same time, you don't have to be able to, you know, shoot like Steph or jump like LeBron to play. You know what I mean? This guy is a really intelligent, one of the smartest people in general, but probably one of the highest basketball IQs I've ever got a chance to be around. So this guy thinks the game, sleeps the game, and is 100% the heartbeat of that team.
Hey, when we make our run right now. Hey, we make our run right now. Let's go.
But when I got to them that next year, they won 73 games. There was no stopping them. They had figured out their lineup. They were moving faster than the defense could react because they were so intuitive, and that's where Draymond changed the game. Because defensively, he was the 5, he was the communicator, he would kick people out, he would do all of the things that were needed. And so as much as they say Steph changed the game, I think he changed that with Clay and with Draymond. I think collectively they contributed because Steph, we believe, is an elite player, but he doesn't have this success. It's like Michael Jordan with Scottie Pippen, right? He doesn't have that success, I think, without Draymond being a defensive player of the year, like 1 year and probably could have won it multiple years without him being that guy, and without Clay maybe being a top 5 shooter. And we both said it that like I think Clay has the prettiest shot that I've seen, right? Like that's me. So to have that collectively, they moved it to shooting teams could win, and that's what changed the game.
Draymond talked about this on the podcast. I really believe this, and Draymond probably gets it the worst out of those 3 guys. Where like if he was on another team, he wouldn't be good. And I totally disagree with that. Draymond is so intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
Defensively, he's so good, and he's so intuitive offensively that I think on any team with good players, like Draymond is going to make a huge impact.
He missed the shot tonight. Did he? I did it. He did too. It's okay. Keep it moving. It's okay. You missed the shot. All of us have. Nobody's perfect.
Like, Draymond is great, but I love his competitive nature. Like, he's not going to shut up. I'm not going to shut up. It was part of it. But, again, I don't want him to change. Continue to be who he is, right? Be outspoken. Be a guy that call people out, whether it's me for being wrong on predictions or whatever the case may be. I don't give a damn. It's part of it.
I like that.
I think that he's their consistency. Like when they have ups and downs, when they have this and that, like I feel like he's their even keel, whether they understand that or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At least when we played him, I always felt like, yeah, Steph is the head of the snake and the most dangerous man with a jersey. Totally get that. Klay Thompson is going to be the most consistent jump shooter, whether he's in a slump or not. Mm-hmm. To me, with Draymond, you never felt like you could take his game away. I never felt like he was gonna not know the coverages. Mm-hmm. I felt like he studied it's like, bro, do you study the Cavs harder than the other teams? Yeah. Like, he was like barking everything out that we're doing, but it's like somebody that pay attention to detail like that, watch film like that, they're very important and they add a lot of value. They teach a lot of players stuff that you don't notice. Yeah. They police a lot of shit you don't notice throughout a game. So it's like, he's definitely an important piece. Do I feel like they're important to him as well? Yeah.
Stay there, stay there. Deny! Deny! Hey! Oh!
Draymond Green is a tremendous defender. He's more of a great team defender than an individual defender. But I give him a lot of credit because he does a lot of things on the defensive end, being a guy that's playing 6'6", 6'7", what he does in the paint. But he's not the guy that you put on your best player. So how can he consider himself the best defender ever? I love the way that he plays. He does a lot of things for a small guy, but he's not the best defender in the game ever. You have to be a better on-ball defender and not just a team defender.
Clay, right there, take ball, Clay, take ball. You got Rondo. You got Drew. Hey, coming back off, coming back off, coming back off.
No, there's a lot of love there, and you know, it's we've had plenty of conversations, you know, where he's you know, told me how much I've meant to him and vice versa. And then we've had plenty of near fights. Draymond and I are both super competitive. We obviously, you know, show it in different ways. Like, he's much more demonstrative. Yeah. But Andre, you've seen me, like, I'll snap, you know, and I'll, you know, whether it's breaking a clipboard or whatever, like, I have a tipping point. And I am incredibly competitive. And that's one of the reasons Draymond and I butt heads, because when we see something differently and we start butting heads over it, there's no stopping either one of us. And so that dynamic has been an interesting one for the team. I think it's honestly been healthy for the team. It keeps us on edge a little bit. And I think the last couple of years, it's really softened quite a bit, just because we've been together for so long. We've been through so much. And I respect what Draymond has meant to the team so much and to the group. I think I've learned how to coach him better than I did, say, 5 years ago.
Because Steph and Clay also know that the success of their team hinges on what Draymond does. If Draymond leaves, they'll still be a good team, but they won't be a championship contender, as Steve Kerr said a while ago.
Like, we all appreciate each other. It doesn't work with me and Steph or Clay and Steph or me and Clay. Like, it works with all three of us. It's unstoppable when it's all three of us. And so I think it's built on us coming together and no one really truly believing in us except for us. It's an unbreakable bond that we have.
The pain, so I got kicked in the nuts on that one. And this is, like, I guess what I'm famous for, I guess. Bro, that was the one that I was like, fuck, shit. The pain on that one, mate, was just the worst, the absolute worst. So I was just reflecting on, like, bro, I'm like, oh, mate, unbelievable.
What's left in your mind? You're a multiple-time champion. You're a defensive player of the year.
What's wrong with more championships? There's so many guys in this league that's gotten so much more than I've gotten. Why can't that be me? So that's my goal. That's what's driving me, is to continue to build the resume so I can be a first ballot Hall of Famer, not just a Hall of Famer.